Ngikhuluma nje inkantolo iqeda kungehlisa yangigwinyisa nebhokisi yathi cha ibail yami isikhanselile. Ngikhuluma ngisejele njengamanje. Abafowethu bafikile bazongibona, nabamili bami bafikile bangibona, abazoqhubeka bathatha icala bangimele. Cela ukubonga nje amasosha omkhonto lawa lapha phambi kwami, ngibonga noba uNhlanhla ummeli amthumelile. Kusasa ummeli wami uzobe khona enkantolo ngomhla ka-5 March 2025 8:30 kusasa sizobe sise-CR Swart. Ngiyabonga nje bafowethu, mina ngistrong ke, mina inkunzi, mina uNhlanhla ubandela umshini isikhafu lagazi into engalali. Into esasiyenza ngoJuly unrest yokukhankasela ukuthi umthethosisekelo awusetshenziswe ngokweqiniso nanokuthi akulungile ukubopha ubaba uNhlanhla ngokungemthetho. Into namanje sisayimele esingeke futhi size siyishintshe. Akho jele, akho kusatshiswa, akho sentence, akho bail engiphuthwa yona eyophinde ingisuse kulento engangimi kuyona. Ngiyabonga nje bafowethu, mina ngiright, anginankinga, ngiyaphila futhi ngisazophila. Ngiyabonga.
What do you think about Khanyile? Let's just talk about Khanyile the man. And not only him, by the way. Maybe let's talk about others around him. So I regard Bonginkosi Khanyile as one of the brilliant minds of South African politics. Brilliant in this instance in terms of his political thought and of course his bravery. Mcebo Dlamini, brilliant. These people are kicked out, and do you know who's kicking them out? The elders. These I'm talking about young men here. Let's talk about Nhlanhla Lux. Nhlanhla Lux is a brilliant mind. Nhlanhla Lux is a dream deferred. Brilliant mind, because so this brilliance goes with bravery, and sometimes they say bravery and stupidity could be intertwined, but the worst things about these characters that I gave you is they are brilliant minds, not well mentored, not well protected, but they're not taken out by the white system. They're taken out by our people. I spoke about how I spoke to the young ANC lads who were telling me that they are an alliance of the ANC, and this is my big worry. They know that it is the ANC that stopped Julius Malema's campaigns within the ANC. They know it is the ANC that is in government. So in essence, what it means is what young people say they want, the elders who are running government can give these young people. Can you imagine if government can say, Godongwana, by the way, if he says its VAT is 19%, what are you going to get with VAT 19%? Free education with conditions. What are the conditions? The conditions are courses that are not necessary. Let me give you an example. Business management, communication in the humanities, I'm not saying they must do it. They will make that assessment themselves. These courses we do not want. What courses does the country want? We are looking for actuaries. If in fact this is what they're looking for, we're looking for engineers, we're looking for financial people, we're looking for this and that. And then they say these courses will be free. And this will be qualifying criteria. And all institutions in South Africa are forced and are mandated to teach this. And these courses will be free and we are funding them. Then they go back to private institutions who want to teach certain courses to say, here, as a state, we think you can only teach this. And the courses that are not for free on government, you want to do it for yourself. This is how much you must put a cap that you cannot charge over this, and we would have assessed the market. Of course, I'm a layman. Of course, I'm sitting in my smallanyana studio trying to just to bring a solution. It's because I'm not, the paperwork is not in front of me that will dictate what is it that they must do. But the fortunate part is they have something to do. You will understand that the people that I gave you, the list that I gave you, and it's this is not the entire list. There are other young fellows who have been destroyed. So Mcebo Dlamini, we the people of South Africa, of course he's ours now, he's from Swaziland. Mcebo Dlamini is a brilliant mind. Mcebo has lost his career as a learned brother. He studied law, and I'm told he can't practice because he's got a criminal record. And I don't know if it's Ozzy. Ozzy is not longer in the ministry, by the way. Which minister can go and pardon him, scratch it, maybe put him in a bar so he can practice law. I don't know if that is possible, but I'm just giving an example of we destroyed our kids. And I'm not saying Bonginkosi Khanyile should not be punished for the things that he has done. What disappoints me is we as African people, we are watching our own being destroyed by our own. Because we have destroyed. See, and this is the part people don't understand. I liked Nhlanhla Lux the moment I saw him, and a lot of people liked him. And of course I disagree with him. He's not my son. He's not my son. And I had the chance to speak to him. And they knew Nhlanhla Lux. That man just needs to be mentored, because we can't afford to lose a man like that. Yeah, and I know every time we think Nhlanhla Lux, you guys go, the bomb that blew up in his and killed his entire family. Those are mistakes that all politicians and all leaders make. Those people are young. Julius Malema made fundamental mistakes, and he keeps making them. And this is the beauty. And this is when I tell people I love Julius Malema. And with the contradictions and the criticism that I have on Julius Malema, they still don't understand why I love Julius Malema. And I still insist Julius Malema is the best politician of our time. And these guys that I'm telling you about, they are dwarfed by Julius Malema. The greatness of Julius Malema. Can you imagine if Julius Malema was destroyed like these guys? I do not want to see Bonginkosi Khanyile being destroyed. I don't like the way he does his politics, but I hope he gets mentorship. And you know, the saddest thing is, when we talk about mentorship, we are talking about someone being given a voice and not being, I don't know how to put it, and not being bribed away from his ideas. But is it a realistic thing to do? No. There is Ozzy. Ozzy was one of the best to come from the economic freedom fighters of the ANC Youth League. That school of thought that produced Julius Malema and the late Sindiso Magat. So these guys came out of it well polished And the biggest successes from that school, Bulemabe and Ozi. And do you know what Julius Malema calls them? He calls them Bupekim Tolo, because they were traitors. They not Bekim Tolo, man. They're the other guy who sold out. He called them that because after they confronted the enemy, who was Jacob Zuma at the time, they went back to Jacob Zuma behind the group's cabal and to go and soften their blows so they could be treated well, and they were repaid with something, and this is why they are disliked. But to see that group dismantled, it's a sad story. Bonginkosi Khanyile, Mcebo Dlamini, and Nhlanhla Lux. These people can be saved. These people could contribute a lot. I don't even know what kind of charges will be advanced against him. Besides, those apartheid things, and it will be sad to see if he is. Look, remember, this man has been beaten so much that he missed parliament, he missed deployment, he missed a lot of things, and Jacob Zuma is whipping him for the second time. Well, of course, Jacob Zuma gave him a lawyer to come and speak on his behalf. But I just want to understand, what is the best thing for South African leaders now to take care of these people? And if they can't, then it brings us to that question here at Politically Correct that we always advance, and we advance the fact that this freedom fighting, this struggle that we wage post and before apartheid is actually a fallacy, because these people are not in control. They pretend they're in control. That's why they can't even protect their offsprings. That's why they can't even protect these 3 young men. And I'm just using these 3 young men as an example. These 3 young men will have their careers destroyed because they did not, unfortunately, they did not conform to the new politics of begging the master. They wanted to shake the cage, and rattling the cage, a lot of people don't like it. We sometimes think it's easy. It's actually, we're in the matrix here. Imagine, I keep giving you this example that say, here at Politically Correct, we believe that the struggle is actually a fallacy, because whoever you appoint to go and defend you will be given money by the people who are oppressing us. This vet of moving from, let's just, for argument's sake, let's just say Ramaphosa's 14% to 17%. This vet, who do you think advanced it? Do you think the ANC has advanced it? No, the people, the handlers of ANC. Who are the handlers of ANC? White monopoly capital. Who will replace the ANC? The people who will replace the ANC is what white monopoly capital has chosen. So it's a game. We are in the matrix. So this struggle, this thing, it's so sad because we are fighting a lost battle. There's nothing we can do about it. Politically correct. Let me not make it a long one. I'm just sad that these 3 young men will not see, we will not see a fruition of their struggle credentials. Just look at the brilliance of Julius Malema. He's been fighting ever since. So Julius Malema can't be Traore, because Traore did not have a strong white money capital. In Russia, the oligarchs who were enriched by the Russian state for strategic reasons, and these guys tend to become more powerful than the country, and this is why the white monopoly capital. We call them Stellenbosch Mafia. We have their list. And every time we speak about it, if you don't know, just Google it, they'll tell you who are they. But Bobby Wine can succeed. Traore is a gem because he's a soldier, he's a captain, and he doesn't want to be a general, a commander, no, he's a captain, and he remains a captain, like Captain Sankara. They remain captains. They do acknowledge that there are other people who are more militarily superior than them, but the president of his country, and he can do things that he wants with the country, things that he knows Sankara got killed for doing. And that is the difference between these three young men that I spoke to you about: Nhlanhla Lux, Mcebo Dlamini, and Bonginkosi Khanyile. If they had a choice, they would do it. They would do it for who? For you and I. It's unfortunately ours is colonialism of a special type. It's called the colonialism of a special type because after we gained our democracy, the whites did not leave South Africa. That's why the struggle continues. If the question is, we would be similar to other African countries happen, is we don't know, and we will never know because it didn't happen. Much and politically incorrect. It's a shame. Thank you.
Commander morning. Bayeke sekuphinde kwasa and sila. Silindele ungena manje enkantolo. Silindele ungena ecaleni lika Bonginkosi Khanyile. We're here to support our brother. Inja one, inja all. Sila. Injalo nje. Ayijike.
Viva President Jacob Zuma, viva. Sila ma comrades sizosupporta omunye wethu, our son uBonginkosi Khanyile. Sithi nawe la ukhona woza ecala likangeni sila iCR Swart 10th Escort. Thank you.
Yes, sise 10th floor Escort. Abantu abeze.
Viva Bonginkosi Khanyile, viva Nkosazana ma comrades.
Aya beza.
Viva Bonginkosi Khanyile, silala ekhoti, singangawe. Viva Bonginkosi Khanyile, viva.
Hayi mfana sesingaphuthwa yibona konke, hayi kuzosupport omunye wethu. Sila sikhona.